I'm Raven.
And I'm Bunny.
This is Amateur Hour Hobbies. Okay, well, YouTubia, welcome to this, our initial internet venture. We're going to do some amateur gameplay review of Fortnite and Overwatch. So go ahead and hit it.
Alright.
Well, this first video is going to be kind of fun because the sound didn't come through in our test video, so we'll see how it goes. This is Fortnite. Kind of put up against PUBG, or Player Unknown Battlegrounds, lately in news media. We have people, basically 100 people, same server, doing the Battle Royale thing. So, I'm not very good at it, so I mostly just try to survive. Here, there's this little villa-looking thing that I thought I was going to go for, but someone managed to just go faster than me, so I abandoned that plan.
I'm not sure how well those parachute gliders would actually work.
You have to admire the upper body strength required to hang from something for that long, while carrying an axe that big.
Quite true.
So, part of this game is collecting resources to later build forts if necessary. Usually you see that with the last few people towards the end of the game. Some people build earlier, other people don't. I tend not to because I'm usually getting shot.
I thought the point of the game was to not get shot.
Well, it is. Again, we go back to I'm not very good at this. Drink the potion, you grow a shield.
That's what I was gonna say, shield ball.
I like to think of it as the biotic stuff from Mass Effect.
Lyrium potion.
Yeah, also true. Okay, so there you notice the line popped up on the map. That indicates where the next storm front is going to stop. And you generally want to stay ahead of that because the storm kills you the longer you stay in it.
So why not just start at the center of the map?
Because everybody goes towards the center.
Yeah, but if you're already there...
Well, again, I'm not terribly great at this game, and hiding and shooting is sometimes tough to do. The other thing is, with this game, I mean, unless you're actively shooting at somebody, there's not really the opportunity to get target practice in, and so trying to, get familiar with the controls is difficult unless you just play all the time. Which, I don't have time for that.
Time. There's never enough time.
Yeah, especially when, you're a working parent. Also, when you're a working parent, it leads to trying to monetize your hobbies. Ta-da! That's why we're here. Going through these houses can be interesting because sometimes there's still people in them, sometimes there aren't. Especially if it's ahead of the storm front.
So still people as in other players, or still people as in...
No, other players. They're... Oh, got shot at. Someone's got a beat on me. So usually once you get shot at, it's time to leave. Because if you stick around, I found that that's a really, really great way to die.
Not that great at aiming yet?
Well, when they have a sniper rifle and I have a pistol, the sniper rifle wins.
Yeah, I can see that.
And death. So, going to the next round.
So I'm suddenly reminded of old movies.
How's
You know
that?
the one with the bus?
The old movies with the bus.
Yeah, the one with the bus. There's the chick and the guy and the bombs on the bus.
Oh, Speed?
Yes. No. Maybe?
Pretty sure it's Speed. So again, the amazing display of upper body strength.
I don't know, I'd have to Google that.
Trying to figure out the best place to land. She gets out her phone.
This is the boring part anyways. Like I said, Google that. Yes, Speed.
Speed, now an old movie.
I watched it when I was little.
So, flying to a factory.
I'm not sure falling can be considered flying.
Flying is just falling with style, so... If anybody actually still remembers that movie, which I guess now would be considered classic, considering it came out when I was in 6th grade, I think? 7th grade? I don't know.
I don't know.
We watched it in middle school.
I recognize the quote. I couldn't tell you where it's from. But then again, I usually can't.
Best I can tell you is that there's a snake in my boots.
That's also not helpful. Back to recognize quotes. Don't ever remember where they're from.
So that jingling sound in the background means that there's a treasure chest nearby. But trying to find those can be difficult if you land in a spot where it's not just really, really obvious that it's right there.
So what's in treasure chests in general?
More stuff. So instead of just like the random guns you'll pick up laying around, you'll usually find like several guns, several different types of ammunition. So it's
Shiny!
Yeah. This being one of the earlier games I played, I got really, like... Oh, here's a treasure chest. Good example. I was really concerned with staying ahead of the storm front just as much as possible. So, yeah, like, extra guns, bandages, that sort of thing. And when
Guessing you use bandages when you're wounded?
Yeah. You use exactly like you would think that you would use bandages.
So you can heal. To some point.
Yeah, you can. Though, taking time to heal means you're vulnerable for a certain period of time while you're healing. So it's always kind of a gamble. Do you heal up or do you just try to find more cover? So I tried to stay ahead of the storm front as much as possible. But when you get behind it, you get that little line that shows you the nearest path to getting ahead of the storm front.
Is that what the little white line is?
Yes. And there you can see the rain coming up, showing where safe is as far as the storm goes. Safe from other players that's debatable.
So you can actually fall behind the front and still be alive?
Briefly, yes. Here's where I should have been more aggressive on the trigger.
Oh, does that mean you died?
Yeah, there it is. So, trying this again. Decided to jump out earlier. You can kind of watch the trails of everybody as they go down.
So just out of curiosity, is the storm something you can see?
Yeah, if it gets close enough.
Generally don't want to be that close, I'm guessing.
No, though it can matter at the end of the game. Alright, so here I had the bright idea. I'll set down on top of this factory. Nothing could possibly go wrong with this plan. So it appears there's some form of loot up here, so... And there's the hole in my plan, also in the ceiling. So at this point, I'm looking for a way down. Oh yeah, I can build things. Switch to the right type of material. Unless you don't have enough material, then it just tells you no. So, decided to jump down, lose half my health in the process. Totally failed to notice the person running up right there. Trying to run around, pick up a gun, shoot back.
Hey,
Actually,
you
Marge...
managed not
Yeah, I
to
got
die.
one, and then I got shot in the head from behind.
I was wondering what happened.
So still not having quite got a good grip on, you know, what's probably the best point to jump down. Since I'm not surviving on my superior gaming skills. Opting to fly. Looking for a spot to come down.
So does the storm always come into the center of the island?
No, it comes into certain sections, like maybe in like the northwest corner on one game, it may be in the center of the next, or it may be, you know, on the south. Here I figured I'd give Loot Lake a shot, and I see someone down there shooting at somebody else. I've survived this before, so I'm like, okay, I'll come in on the roof. Miss the roof. Alright, maybe I'll come in downstairs where there's somebody grabbing all the guns I was going to get. They're not interested in the pickaxe fight. So I decided to try and run away. And that didn't work.
Elevator music.
No, it's party music.
No, it's elevator music. It's still waiting music, which equates to elevator music.
No, it's the party bus. There you go, party music.
I'm not sure how you would consider falling onto an island to run away from a storm a party.
That's just the nature of the game.
Not a party bus. Elevator music. Impressive elevator music, but still, elevator music.
So this time we're going to try and take on the farm. The farm's a pretty big place, and it usually has some decent guns in it. I've had reasonable success coming down on the farm. You just hope that there's no one down where you're having to be burrowing through the roof.
That one happened before?
Yeah. Come down and all of a sudden, hey, it's a people with guns shooting at me. Where are they at? Trying to get my creep on. Trying to find them.
Don't say that.
Are you creeping along?
It still sounds wrong.
And somehow we completely miss each other.
It's better than dying.
It is, but I'd like to get the kill. You know, it's always nice when that happens. For me, at least. So these outbuildings, hoping for the best. Sometimes you find that rifle that you already have twice. And you have to turn around and try and creep your way back. So it appears that the person who I heard earlier is now completely gone. So, the debate. Do I go after that, or do I not? Given that I still can't even see the safe zone, I opt not to, because I don't know if I have a minute of running ahead of me or what.
So, what all weapons are available in the game?
Well, the pickaxe does work as a weapon. It's not a very good weapon, but it does work as a weapon.
So everyone starts out with a pickaxe?
Yep, because that's how you get resources. That's also its tie-in back to Fortnite proper. Then there are pistols, shotguns, rifles, semi-automatic rifles, and sniper rifles, silenced submachine guns, and rocket launchers at this time. They're talking about adding more, but those kind of come out, periodically.
And then you have your bandages.
Bandages, health potions, grenades. Yeah. I've tried to use the grenades. They weren't as effective as I would have liked them to be. Or maybe I'm just terrible with grenades. More likely the latter.
Are they like throwable grenades?
Yep. So here we're going to pitch that rifle for a shotgun. Discover that I can't get out that way and double back.
So you have a maximum number of things you can carry?
Yep, that would be the slots down on the lower right hand corner of the screen.
Resources don't account into those?
Nope, they stack up into their own thing. It's a section that's kind of halfway up the right-hand side of the screen. You can take fall damage, so I'm looking for somewhere over here where I can, not fall to my death.
It's always better when you make life easier for your opponents.
Yeah, unless you're me. I'm always leery about going through this portion of the map because there are so many, high vantage points. And I've seen a lot of people get sniped out coming through these areas.
Just have to be extra stealthy.
Or, better at this game.
Oh, that too.
Because I forgot to check behind. That person was, in fact, still there. They found me, clearly. And, yeah. So, next round.
4?
I forget where we're at this point.
4 or 5, I think.
So it's about this time that this is the one I'm thinking it is. Yeah, it is. So I listened to Major Nelson's podcast when it comes out, and he was discussing some of the tactics he's used to varying degrees of success in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And one of them he mentioned was just hiding the whole time. So I thought, I'll land on a rock, somewhere way up out of the way, and I will just camp here because, this is towards the middle of the map. If I camp here the whole time, maybe I can snag some guns once other people have done the fighting bits. Notice that I have a neighbor downstairs, so I'm just going to let him go and do his thing. So I'm pretty sure I'm out of eye line. I hop down. It's not like he's going to be climbing back up anytime soon, I hope. So just go ahead and get some resources here. Looking around, I notice I'm surrounded by buildings. I see holes in roofs, which means that there's probably someone inside there with a gun hanging out. I'm using variations on my strategy where I don't actually just reveal that I'm here. Especially when you start hearing gunfire in the distance. Also, strangely, people don't look up. If you're above them and you don't do anything really obvious to get yourself noticed, you can generally hide for a long time.
Yeah.
Just taking advantage of all the consumables through here. Mining a plant because, hey, how often do you get the chance to do that? Noticing that there are two buildings directly in front of me, hoping that there's no sniper rifle waiting to ping me in the face. Or that there's nobody else who happened to follow me down to the particular spot that I chose.
I believe we need more elevator music at this point.
Oh yeah, no. Elevator music would be great. Saw someone building their way up into a tree fort. When you have these giant wooden stairs just appearing, leading up into a tree canopy.
Reminds me of Minecraft.
Yeah, that would be one of the inspirations for this game. Because in the not battle royale side, that's basically what you do. Is you go around, you collect resources, you build a fort, and then you set traps on it and protect it from waves of zombies.
Fun.
Figured now is as good a time as any to start pressing some of those buttons I don't normally get the chance to do. I'm watching the little death counter there to see. Yep, got him. But also knowing that there are like 5 or 6 other people executing this exact same tactic around me. To varying degrees of success, as the gunfire would indicate. I'm wondering which direction the storm's going to go next. So, seeing that I'm safe for another 2 to 3 minutes, it's time to look around. If you're hearing jingling on the video, that would be because our dog decided to join the party.
So does the storm shrink more quickly?
The
The further into the game you get?
Honestly, I haven't really paid that close of attention. Usually I'm running for my life, or in most of my earlier playthroughs prior to this, I would come out so close to the end of the map that I would literally spend like the first 7 minutes of the game running immediately ahead of the storm front.
So to you, it seems like it starts out faster.
Kind of from all directions. I need to not yawn over the recording. So, kind of wonder where it's at. You can see it kind of forming in the sky there in the background. Peeking out over the edge to see if I can see anybody who's part of all those shots and kills down on the bottom. Okay, and it wouldn't be an initial YouTube recording unless the audio cuts out in the middle of the review. I mean, why not? So hopefully this lines up. We'll do our best with it.
So is that the storm?
That is the storm. We're waiting to see where it goes this time, and everybody asked earlier about where does it go and how long does it take.
Mm-hmm.
So this way it's collapsing past me. So, kind of hanging out, waiting to see if anybody around me breaks cover to go to a different spot. And I noticed the dude from the house did, but with my pistol of amazing lack of zoom, there's no chance of me actually getting a shot off on him. However, I have to go right through where he was at in order to make it to the safe zone. Oh, sorry, other direction. Because I have that problem in-game as well. Which direction should I be going? And I'm like, oh, I'm facing the wrong way. So he's going to be coming after me. And hills on the left, hills on the right. Dude behind me with a gun. So this is when I opt to start hiding in plants. Behold how inconspicuous it is.
Plants need to be bigger.
They do, but hiding in plants is actually surprisingly effective. There's actually a camouflage item somewhere on the map that you put it on and you look like a plant the whole time. I got it the very first time I played, and it's amazingly effective at people just running past you.
That's kind of funny.
However, when you're down to like 6 people left and there's a plant running across the map, it gets pretty obvious about who you're supposed to be shooting.
Yeah. I could see that.
So there's Mr. Guy. So I start thinking if I can stay ahead of Mr. Guy, then there is a reasonable chance that either I can shoot him or he's going to die in the storm. At this point, the storm is coming, so I need to get out of here. We're running past buildings like this. You always want to check for ammunition or people. Because I've seen more than one group of people like actually stay in the storm until it's literally crashing down upon them and then jump out and run and get in a gunfight on the way. So seeing that it's collapsing towards the lake, you run slower when you're in water, and it's really obvious that you're in water when you're in water. And so everybody who collected all the guns there in the middle of the lake they'll just camp and shoot people moving through the lake. So thought being, I'll run across the waterfall there, get back on dry land, get some cover, see what happens.
Though I've never seen a waterfall where it's shallow enough that you can walk through it.
Yeah, well, there it was. So at this point, I opted to switch games. Decided some Overwatch was in order. This is 6 versus 6 random heroes. I like it because it kind of forces you to play everything versus just spending all your time with a single character. You get to know the rest of them.
Feels good to be home.
So what character are you?
I am Bastion. Bastion is a former Omnic gunbot who turns into a turret.
And leaves graffiti.
Well, you do what you can.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So on this
So
map,
are you
if you can,
stationary whenever you're a gunbot?
yes. On this map, if you can stop them at the doors, your team has the best chance of surviving until the end. So this is a pretty typical place to drop anchor and start shooting. Unless Anna hops in front of you and blocks your view of what you're trying to shoot. So it's always helpful.
So are there any characters in this game that play more melee?
Yes. Reinhardt is almost exclusively melee. They got in around the side there and took me out from behind. Now it's time for Junkrat. I really like Junkrat.
Killer Clown. Our family seems to have a thing about those.
Indeed. We're going to learn more about those when we start filming battle reports for Warhammer 40k. The bad thing about Junkrat is he is made of paper.
And yet another similarity.
Indeed. So this is Sombra. She's an attack class.
Been here all along.
She cloaks, she hacks.
Objective lost.
Hacks?
Yep. She can hack players and shut down their special abilities. She can hack, like back there, I could have hacked the health point, and then enemy players can't get it. She has a teleport, and she has a cloak. She is another paper-thin attacker, so you don't want to get caught in the middle of a firefight with her. She also has like a limited range, like see-through walls thing. So there's a Widowmaker over here. They're doing some sniping, so this one's roll in and shoot everybody.
Seem to
Totally.
play fairly well with her.
Totally missed Junkrat's trap that he dropped right there. Hack it so that only our team can use it, especially if they're getting up close. Jump back here, recharge my health, and go back out. Her ultimate, she does a hack of every enemy player, so you set it off in the middle of everyone, they all lose their special abilities.
Fun.
Use the teleporter.
So was that some sort of grenade that you just threw?
It's her teleport locator. So you throw the teleport locator aside. And here I'm going to run up and hack everybody. At least that's the idea. Shut down all their extra special abilities.
Enemy turret here.
And made a poor choice by engaging a turret.
So was that a normal turret and not the person that turns into a turret?
Yep, that's Torbjorn builds those turrets.
With every death comes honor. With honor.
So this is Hanzo. Hanzo uses arrows.
So does he work more like a sniper?
He is a sniper. He's a no-zoom sniper.
No zoom sniper.
It's more effective than what you think. I'm pretty sure that he's loosely based on the bow and arrow class from Team Fortress 2. Because their sniper can take a bow and arrow among his loadouts. So he has basically a radar arrow, and then he has a multi-shot arrow. That when it hits, it fragments and do a bunch of stuff.
And an interesting tattoo.
On the skin, yes. And his ultimate's pretty nasty. It's a dragon thing that basically kills everything, goes through walls, and goes across the entire map.
Nice.
Art of deception. The dragon.
And that shaft is one that everybody has to go down, so if you can crack a shot off down the middle of that, you're doing pretty good generally. Yep. Got knocked out. Should have fell back and gotten more health, but trying to take out that bastion, and Diva was throwing up her shield. So I was able to get in there without any shots actually coming at me.
Teleporter online. We move quickly.
So, thought here was it worked okay the first time. Let's see if I can do anything the second time. Same way.
Much better.
I'm skipping out on that because that bastion right there would have been the enemy.
Gotcha.
Probably should use the teleporter to fall back and behind him and start shooting again.
Well, that wouldn't have been a bad call.
So I'm gonna be honest, I hate Doomfist.
I am on fire.
Doomfist?
Doomfist. He is one of those like super melee classes. He's got a limited ranged attack that's okay, but I have not yet successfully gotten any sort of like mastery over how to play him.
I mean, you can't just like run into the middle of a fight and punch people.
Well, you can, kinda. Like right here. The way I've seen him work best is that he combos uppercut, his charged attack, and his ground slam to do a lot of one-shot damage. But yeah, I've never have been able to get that to work for me. This is Reaper. Reaper has 2 shotguns. Reaper then shoots 2 things with those 2 shotguns. He has infinite shotguns. He pulls them out of his pants. Compared to those, I'll pull some more out of my pants. He has a teleport and an invulnerability thing he does. And then he has like this death blossom thing he does to
Never-ending
for
pockets.
his special.
Pockets of holding?
Pants of holding.
But it's not the whole pants. Or at least I would imagine not.
So here's his nope, I've been hit, time to escape thing. Hey, there's health.
Teleporter online.
60 seconds.
So if we can keep him out of that zone for another 60 seconds or so, then we can win the map. So Reaper being another one that you don't want to try like head-on engage anybody. Just go skating around the outside looking for other people to shoot. There goes their team. Lucky shot off on
30
her.
seconds remaining.
We're locked down if we win.
Saw that the shield went up, so looking for Arisa. Here she is. Now I'm looking for an opportunity to Death Blossom, which is the first one I get. And I got shot out of my Death Blossom. But I still got to set it off. Because you can kill him in the middle of it.
Victory.
We won the map. That's what matters.
Yeah, but it's always more fun when you get to use your special.
It is, and I've used it to amazing effect on that map before, but our internet connection failed, so I didn't get play of the game. I popped Reaper in, head, like right in the middle of everybody, wiped their entire team, and then our internet connection went out.
That sucks.
Yeah, it did. I happened to be playing with my brother at the time, and he thought it was hilarious.
Greetings.
So this is,
Assassin Pass?
yep,
Like cutting through silk.
yep. It's actually Hanzo's brother,
Hanzo was with him?
the one with the
Oh, brother ninjas.
Yeah, there's this whole backstory thing to Overwatch that, I don't know, you kind of miss out on it because it's a multiplayer only game and you can find like hints around the map, so to speak. And here's me just generally missing things. Everybody's got to have a superpower, that one happens to be mine.
So what kind of hints?
Well, like on the Hanamura map, you can see basically the remnants of the fight that occurred between the two brothers.
Oh, so the brothers didn't like each other?
No, there was this whole thing that went on with Overwatch, and like one was on one side of it, one was on the other side of it, and
Holding position.
they fought each other as a result. That's why the one is mostly a robot and the other one is not.
Welcome to Oasis.
I'm playing this game long enough, I don't really have a valid excuse for not remembering the name off the top of my head, but I don't.
Five, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
So, time to throw down some more Killer Clown action.
Your support has arrived.
And I don't want to lead the attack with him because that's just poor decision making.
Time for
So you wait for somebody to show up and then you start pumping grenades at them.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Pretty much.
The objective is now
What I like about them is that you don't have to have a direct bead on what you're shooting. You can, fire stuff around their backs and into their faces, and
Yeah, I would hate that.
I'm on fire.
if they think they have cover and you can get grenades in behind them, then
I mean, yes, it would be useful, but I just don't play very well that way. I'm better at direct attack.
the sentry turrets. He's great for clearing turrets. The other thing is that people assume
Yeah,
they're
'cause he would have the distance to clear turrets.
people think they have the safety when they get away from him. Then those grenades are still coming. He's Riptire, which I normally don't use very effectively, unfortunately. At this point, I think I'm going to try to escape, hit a wall. Luckily, Mercy's there to pick me up. Just pop an extra grenade down the hole since it didn't hit anything. Trying to kill him, can't seem to get it done. So we got him up top, so we're good to go.
Someone better get a fiery because I'm on a roll.
You should be at peak performance.
The other thing you don't want to do is be too idle when you're playing this game. Like, if you think there should be people down there and they're not, then you really need to go find them when you're playing Junkrat, because otherwise they're going to come at you en masse and he cannot survive that sort of attack. Just randomly pumping grenades in a hole where there happen to be people. He's pretty good at that.
So are you now defending this point?
Yeah. No, we captured it, and then it has to go up to 100. If they get somebody in it, it stops the count, and if there are none of us in it, then it starts reversing to be their point.
score 1-0.
So, since I didn't die, I automatically start as him for the next round. Also, he's great if the enemy team bunches up.
5, 3, 2, 1. Round
My ultimate is charged.
the objective.
This map is so open. I ran into that space over there that was to the left when I was running up is actually a giant hole. It's not another way to get around the map. The hard way.
So would you call him your most accomplished character?
That's arguable. I think I've been more effective with other characters, but I've also used them on a more limited basis. If I'm just playing to play, he is my go-to guy.
So possibly you're most comfortable with him?
Sure. I think that's a safe statement. Also, I haven't found too many other people out there who main is Junkrat, so you need to kind of do that.
Keeps your party flavorful.
Well, flavorful, but also,
Oh, that's a good spot.
unique to lesser degrees. Go away, Winston! Go away, Winston! Go away, Winston!
Whoa, patched up.
It doesn't seem to come up for me in 6v6 rando as much as I'd like. I end up playing a lot of, or maybe I just remember playing a lot of it. I end up playing a lot of characters that I really don't like to play.
It gives you practice.
You'd think, but I just don't really seem to get much better with Zarya.
It's on for you.
Same thing with the fast one. I can't remember her name.
Much better.
Tracer. I'm just not good with Tracer.
Thank you. Thanks.
So it's better to rip-tire and fail than to die with a fully loaded rip-tire. So I'm looking for the enemy team, and I find nothing. I find our team, because apparently we're rolling them so hard that there's no one to rip-tire.
Victory.
So here are a few highlights. First one is Junkrat. So it turns out that these record even if you don't get to play the game. It still records sections where you did particularly well on a given map. First one was the everybody's in the hole, so I'll fill it with bombs. This is the one where I got to drop in the enemy team on that map. This is actually from a previous game where I was successful as Winston, which is a rare occurrence. So May dropped her ultimate, froze up the enemy team, so I just went in and zapped all of them. I did a surprisingly good job as Winston on that game. Well, that draws our first episode to a close. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I'm Raven.
And I'm Bunny, and we'll see you next time.